Well, I suppose in the area of continuous education, from my experience, the biggest challenge is the enormity of education and professional development that needs to take place for any healthcare organization, whether it's the HSE or otherwise. And how do you roll that out in a way that's manageable? So obviously and I'm not talking about the logistic challenge of rolling that out, which is in itself a challenge, but how do you do this in a way that's, I'm talking about the learning. How do you do this in a way that's not just a tick box exercise? If you're doing e-learning, you really, the biggest challenge for you is how to engage with learners so that you're actually getting them to pay attention. So they're not just clicking next, 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 and doing it in a kind of in a rote way. You want them to learn because you want them to take on board that information and change the behavior, and ultimately, because that feeds into their performance, and that leads to better health outcomes for everyone. When it comes to e-learning, I would say the way you can help solve these challenges is by approaching learners at their appropriate moment of learning need. So you'll have some learners who, just have basic knowledge or no knowledge at all. So they will need to learn the most basic information. But then you will have some learners who will be somewhere further along in their journey. They already have this basic information and they need to apply it in some way. Or you might have learners who have already applied that information in the workplace, but they want to synthesize that into new creative ideas, perhaps. So there's various moments of learning need, as we call them, and knowing where the learners are at in terms of their learning journey will help you to create learning that motivates learners. So you're getting them at their moment of learning need, and at that, if they're given the appropriate learning for them, they'll be motivated to take charge of their own learning. And also, they won't just learn from that particular learning experience. Because they'll be motivated, they'll go off and they'll extend their learning and change how they do things, and also become almost evangelical towards helping their colleagues to learn as well. So learning that works is not just about getting people to understand stuff, it's about changing their behavior and making them feel motivated to change themselves. Well, I would say always consider your learners' needs. The worst thing you can do is just fling a load of content at the wall. This applies to everyone kind of thing. It's almost never the case because we have different learners who have different needs. So figure out who your learners are, what they need, what they know, and what they don't know. Also what they need to know and what they don't need to know. And once you start analyzing your learner in this way and you're kind of putting yourself into their shoes, you can start tailoring your learning solutions to them. And ultimately you can save your time and you can save their time as well. So as well as getting to understand your learner, think about creating meaningful learning experiences. Work with somebody like Orion Learning to help you to do that. So you use scenarios, use real life challenges with meaningful feedback, and put your learners through the paces as they would in real life. Allow them to fail. They can learn from these getting things wrong, so that when they actually do it in real life, they get it right.